cares for people and loves what he does. Now that might seem like a simple comment, but it's just so profound. It's a simple comment, but still in itself, it is so profound. Because when you're passionate about what you do, you love what you do, then not necessarily count, not necessarily count, but the fact that you are doing the best that you can possibly do because you love what you do, and you're taking, and as a man from the community, the inner city as well, always looking about out for those inner city stories, those inner city stories that, the ones that of course you have to report on, whether they're not all that nice, but also the good stories, the stories that make you say yes, coming out of the inner city. We really, have to report this particular story. So, as far as I'm concerned, Kirk is just a good example, a good example as to, what you do when you have a talent. You don't get all braggadocious and show off and hype. And this goes for everyone, no matter what profession you're in. You just be simple. Simplicity we use to survive, You just be humble and simple. And as a matter of fact, when you are like that, blessings come to you in so many different ways. Stories come to you, all kind of things. If you are a journalist, you get that respect, And I'm just happy to know that what happens is that coming out of the school, the university, I like to say, 25 years later, so it got a university. First, it was just like a, what would I say, a schoolroom. But now it is actually a university. So many people have graduated with flying colors, and speak in such glowing terms about this station that was started by the Mustard Seed community. Monsignor Gregory Ramkasoon. They were going to have a newspaper. Thank God they didn't. I mean, it's all well and good. And then they said, no, they're going to utilize a radio station. And if Dudley was pointing out to me even some of the equipment that we have all right now from them time. Dudley was pointing out some of the things like sockets and so forth that have been here for 25 years. And I think next week, Thursday, we need to, put some of the things in Studio B there so people can see the things that have been there and have stood the test of time for 25 years, But it is serious. We don't have the best of equipment, but we have the best of the people, the presenters. I mean, really and truly, right now, we're not even on air. We're online. But Owen is on his way to get us sorted out because you're not hearing us. Well, I'm hoping that, you'll come up pretty soon as we wait for Kirk Wright to join us for a couple moments. But, we have these situations all the time, and then we still have these listeners who are so committed and dedicated no matter what. When I can't hear them just some of the time, I know, say, okay, ISIS on now, a prayer line now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I make a talk now. And them just, man, Angie. I don't know myself still, Angie from Chisholm Avenue. I don't know myself. Oh boy, I talk about Marva the Marvelous one. What a vibe, man. Marva the Marvelous. Jason, who has come on board a little later, but still yet is just so amazing. I don't know if is Kirk on yet? Let me see. If Kirk Wright is on yet in the Zoom waiting room. Let's see. Greetings. Hello. Good morning. Okay, he did say to give him a couple minutes because he was coming from assignment. But yeah, you have some people who have been listening from that time. Some of them don't even communicate anymore, but they're always still listening. And they'll tell you from all over the world because some of them have migrated, And a lot of them are still in Jamaica and still listening, still tapping in because we treat them like they're family. They're not just listeners, They are ultimately family. So, that's how you treat family, And as I was saying to Mr. Williams, my driver, a while ago, I said, look, all we want to talk for years. When we see each other, it's like we never even miss each other because we just know we have the energy, that vibration towards each other, that love of our family, So to me, over the years, what I've learned, you see simplicity and humility that go hand in hand are the best route that in work once you know that you're good at what you do. Trust me, man. Simplicity and humility, and that's how I sum up Kirkright. That's how I sum him up. All right, so he's on in his red shirt. All right, wonder what that means. Mm-hmm. All right, he's setting up himself. So I think he's just about ready. He's looking around, looking around. Hey, Kirk? Hey, Kirk? You have to unmute your mic. I'm not hearing you, my dear. Look like him in the studio. Unmute your mic. I'm not hearing you. Well, I'm not hearing Kirk. All right. I guess he's sorting that out. Yeah. All right, Owen. So we live? Yeah, we're live. All right, wonderful. Just that we're not hearing Kirk yet. Not hearing you, Kirk. Greetings? All right, sounds like the mic is open. But now I hear you. Mm-hmm. Kirk? All right, let me send him a message so he can unmute his mic. Unmute your mic, please, my brother. 15 minutes to the hour. We don't have much time. We're so happy that we're able to talk to Kirk this morning. Just not hearing you yet. Yeah, you need to unmute your mic. I'm going to send you a quick message. I can't even play the sizzler because I'm in a while. Facebook lock us off. But yeah, just to show that we have a wonderful example in Kirkright who's doing so well now. And, you know, just on his whole demeanor is just somewhat of a humble being who is doing, you know, when you're doing work. Mm-hmm. All right, so I'm calling me now. Let me take a little sizzler. Just a bit.
Black people, keep your hands up. Emperor Selassie, I bless them. Burning fire never extinct. Simplicity we used to survive. Men find it difficult because they ignorance and not. Simplicity we used to survive. Do what you doing properly. That's the way through life. Simplicity we used to survive. Men find it difficult because they ignorance and not. Simplicity we used to survive. Children, open up your eyes. It's not the one bag of vanity nor the animosity nor the hypocrisy nor democracy. It's not the lava nor the.
Yeah, we're just trying to sort out. Let's see if we have Kirk on. Kirk? Still not hearing you, Kirk.
Oh, you
oh
can
yes,
hear me now, right?
I'm hearing you now.
Hear me now.
I'm hearing you now, loud and clear. Yay! Finally, we have a short amount of time, but thank you so much for coming on. I know you're on assignment, but thank you, always for just being a part of our celebrations.
No
Because we're going to be 25. Can you believe that, Kirk? We're going to be 25 years next week, Thursday. Whoa.
That's a lot of years.
That's a whole lot of years, man. And you were one of the foundation members of Roots FM. Someone sent me a message and said, really, Kirk used to be at Roots? I'm like, yep, that's a part of his story.
I'm excited.
Yes,
I'm super excited to be a part of it.
I know, and I hope you can come on Thursday. String and all of us are going to be at the gate. I celebrate. So I hope you can come through next week, Thursday, between 2 and 6 o'clock.
That's going to be a big time,
Huh?
That's going to be a big time. With stringing everybody.
Man, DJ stringing all these things.
A big move.
Yes, and artists and everything will
I
coming
haven't seen
through.
stringing a long time.
Oh, man, you got to be here next Thursday, Kirk. You got to be here.
Are you hearing me?
Yeah, man, I'm hearing you loud and clear. Yep, I'm hearing you. I'm hearing you loud and clear. Yeah, man, hearing you loud and clear. So, being at Roots, though, I'm saying that Roots now is like a university. In terms of so many people who came to Roots and learned so much and went out there. You came and you offered to Roots because, you had that talent, natural talent. So tell us.
I'm trying.
Okay, you're hearing me? You hear me, Kirk?
You're breaking up just now, but go ahead again now.
All right. I'm just saying.
All right, I'm hearing you now.
All right. I just want to say thank you so much. For being a part of Roots FM. I came and saw you. And then you left and went. I don't know if it was directed to TVJ, but just tell us one thing, because we don't have a lot of time. That kind of rounded you up.
I'm gonna move. The signal is not.
Huh?
I'm moving because the signal is not too well. Give me a moment.
Oh, okay. His signal is not so well. I'm seeing you. I'm hearing you.
I'm moving to another location that
okay.
The signal might be a little better.
All right. We understand how that goes. Trust me, we do understand. We have Kirk right here, of course, broadcaster at news reporter at TVJ, was a news broadcaster here at Roots FM. And of course we're celebrating our past members because our anniversary is coming up on the 25th, which is next week, Thursday. So I was just asking Kirk, being at Roots FM, what was one of the things that you'd say that stood out for you, that carried you to other entities? Is there one word you could use or a sentence to say that, yeah, this propelled me to move on? Kirk? Lord gosh. Kirk, freeze up. Kirk, freeze up on me. Jeez, I'm 10 minutes to the hour of 11 o'clock and Kirk is frozen. Jeez, all right, let's see how I don't know what's happening. I don't know why that's happening, but we're probably going to have Kirk back on. But at least he was visible. We saw him, but he said on his side he's having some issues, some Wi-Fi issues. So I'm hoping him can come up. But I'm just saying, as I said, I chose the song Simplicity because, a lot of times when people who are doing well, they can be a bit haughty. They can be a bit show off. You understand? But one thing I can say, for the man Kirk, is that no, never has been, and at this stage in his life, I can say never will be. At this stage, I mean, yeah, I don't see it happening again. But once again, I want to read, what he said to me when I asked him for his bio. He says, "I'm a simple man who loves and cares for people and loves what he does." And that says a lot. Simple man, caring for people. It reminds me so much of Brother Anthony yesterday, who from the tender age of 14 was caring for people. And of course, the mustard seed mantra is caring, sharing, and mission statement, I should say, is caring, sharing, and training, which is a part of our mission statement as well on the Roots FM, going right into rising out of the soul or the soil, So the lesson is that you just need to be humble. Humble and keep it simple. That's our lesson coming, as far as I'm concerned, coming from Kirk Wright, because those are his words when I asked him for his bio. I'm having a little issue here with not seeing him back on. I'm hoping that he'll come back on to catch the last couple minutes that we have, But let's see. I don't want to play too much music in the car. I don't know. Yeah. But we're such a blessed radio station. I can tell you, we're such a blessed radio station. As them would have said, we're little but we're talawa. Hello? We're little but we're talawa. I see Sharon. Sharon, you're making some comments. Let me check and see what Sharon is saying. Let's go back on the live. I see Sharon making some comments. Yeah. Sharon? I don't know. Let's see. Okay, that's me. Yeah. But, yeah, as I said, we're little but we're talawa. Yeah, man, that me know for sure. We're little but we're talawa. So there is the message. There lies the message, I would have been here last March for 24 years. And sometimes I wonder, really? I'm here for 24 years? I did that? But yeah, 24 years. And as I was saying yesterday, one of the reasons I was talking to on Mecca Talk with Arlene Bailey, and I said one of the reasons that I would have stayed here is because of the whole mission statement and the whole the whole theme. And nobody's perfect. You're going to find all kind of people when you work at a particular place. You're going to find some people who have not bought into the mission. There goes Kirk. Kirk? You
Back
finally
to you again.
you finally found a space.
I found a
All right,
space.
we have a couple minutes left, but I was asking you what would have been one of the main features that you would have carried you, or the main tenets or the main theme that would have carried you from Roots FM and stayed with you even on your journey at TVJ now.
I'm to understand the question. So,
All right,
um,
what is it what did you learn or gain from being at Roots FM that has stayed with you throughout your career?
mm, I would say attitude to the job.
Mm-hmm.
I remember when I started at TBJ, when I just came to TBJ, Michael Sharp, may his soul rest in peace,
Mm-hmm.
said to me when he was interviewing me, he said to me, "What experience do I have?" And I told him, I worked at Route 7 for 2.5 years, radio.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, "But this is a totally different thing.
Mm-hmm.
More of a, 2.5 years is not much experience."
Mm-hmm.
But he said to me, "There's one reason why I'm going to hire you. And it's because of your attitude to the job, your attitude."
Mm-hmm.
And that has stayed with me. I learned from Tony Young to be on time
Mm-hmm.
and to be persistent. So
Important as a journalist. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
persistent as a journalist. So
Mm-hmm.
I would say the attitude to whatever you're doing and being consistent and learning to stay with it.
Mm-hmm.
And another thing too is one very fundamental thing, and I learned this at the Mustard Seed Foundation, is I'm a people person, but
Mm-hmm.
it was engraved in me, or it became more evident that I love people.
Mm-hmm.
And that's one of the main things,
Right.
just
Yeah.
learning how to love people and appreciate people. It doesn't matter what kind of job they do,
Mm-hmm.
where they live, what they're about. I think my job and our job is just to love people and serve them.
Mm-hmm.
Very important for me.
Yeah.
Love people, serve
Serve
them.
them. Yeah.
I'm big about service.
Right. Right. But even at TVJ, a lot of your stories have been of that nature. You have not. Obviously, you have trending stories, and you have to cover those. But I see where you do a lot of those stories that are coming out of the bowels of the inner city. And that's because, I guess, of who you are. And, you're able to also get some stories that other people wouldn't get because of your nature.
And I suppose because I'm from the inner city, I'm from
Right.
Seaview Gardens,
That's right.
and I'm going to take this time out to big up everybody from Seaview Gardens.
Ooh.
Um, so I appreciate what being poor is. I know what it is.
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate it, and it's not something that I desire to stay with, to stay into. I didn't want to stay be poor all the time. I wanted to find a way to elevate, and so I was determined that, you know what, even though I was born, a certain way in terms of I was born in. People would say, you didn't born with a gold spoon in your mouth.
Right.
I wasn't born with any of that.
Mm-hmm.
And I decided, I wanted to get as close as possible to the gold spoon.
Right.
And I knew that, you had to be determined, you had to be ambitious.
Mm-hmm.
So I understand all of that, and I know that there are people now in Seaview Gardens and inner city communities too who don't necessarily want to be there. They want to elevate themselves.
Yes.
They
Yes.
can go back and help a family member, or go back and help a friend to get into just experience life in another way.
Right.
Because we know that there are lots of depression in inner city communities, lack of infrastructure, and so on. So I decided I wanted to go out and have another experience.
Right.
And so with that in the back of my mind, I said to myself, whatever I can do to help people through my stories, through my work,
Yes. Yeah.
that's what I want to do. I've sort of dedicated myself to look out for these stories. And I think human interest stories are the best stories. They're the better
They are
stories.
the best stories.
I'm all about humanity.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Absolutely, man. And you do so well at what you're doing. You say you're a people person. People gravitate towards you and give you the stories because of who you are. And of course,
Think
coming out
about
of
it, Denise. If we're not loving people, then why are we surviving? If we're not helping one another, if we're not loving one another, then no man is an island.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't survive on my own without you. You couldn't survive without me.
Mm-hmm.
So it's only natural that we try and help one another.
Yeah, for sure. You've learned and you've learned so well, and you've maintained it. I was laughing before when I was telling my listeners that, when I asked you for bio, you said, I don't really have a bio, Denise. I just love people, want to help people, and love what I do.
Just love people.
Just love people.
And when you love people, the love come back to you,
Yeah, man. Oh, yes.
Your love come back to you. I remember, I can tell you a short story.
Yes.
My daughter went to Canada just after COVID started.
Mm-hmm.
And she was going to Canada because she's in Canada studying law.
Mm-hmm.
But when we went to the airport, because at that time you couldn't go, they were limiting the number of people who could go beyond the doors.
Right.
So my daughter thought she was overpacked.
Mm-hmm.
And she said to me, Daddy, stay right at the glass window. And if I'm overpacked, then I'll just bring the things, come back to you. So they wouldn't have to give it to the customs, and then they would discard it.
Right.
And a security guard heard us talking. And the security, because I was in my mask and my hat and my glasses,
Mm-hmm.
she says, the security guard says, who this, Kirk, right?
Oh.
And I say, yeah. And she says, listen, man, 10 years ago, you helped me.
Mm.
She said, Kirk, you not remember, but 10 years ago, you helped me. You know what? This is my chance to help you back. And she says, go inside, go help your daughter.
Wow.
I felt good because I was like, and now I was able to go directly beside my daughter.
Yes.
And if she needed help, I was there to help her. As opposed to staying beyond the door.
That's a great story. And, unfortunately,
tears came from my eyes.
Of course, you didn't remember that you were helping someone. And that is the lesson that will come out of this, story in terms of you being at Roots and you know where you are and you have not changed. You're helping people. You're from the inner city. Unfortunately, we got to go now. We have another program. But listen, I want to see you next Thursday. I hope you can come next Thursday. You come on every year with me, and I appreciate it. I hope you can come too. I'll send you a message to remind you to come through, just to show your face next week Thursday.
I make my point of duty.
Yeah, man. We have a date next week Thursday anywhere between 2 and 6 o'clock. String and them will be glad to see you.
Thank you. And it was a joy being here. I said, keep on doing what you're doing. Big up String and the Roots family.
Yeah, man. Big up yourself as well, my brother. You're a perfect example.
Love them.
Yes. Love. All the best. Take
All
care.
Right.
Yes. Kirk, right. What a humble brother that is, man. What a. Yes, I know. I hope. Well, you must know that he started at Roots, right? Yeah, you must know that. Yeah, man. And of course, our anniversary is coming up next week, Thursday. So you got to be here as well. Kirk will be here.
So I'm told.
Yes, between 2 and 6 o'clock at the gate. So I want to see you do the latest dance. I don't even know what it is, but in your uniform, I want to see you dancing in your uniform.
So it's a gangster Thursday we're going to have.
Gangster Thursday?
Yeah.
Eh?
We're going to call it the gangster Thursday.
The gangster Thursday. You hear you though. You hear you.
All right. Gang up on the people.
Yeah, we're going to gang up on the people. 25 years and going strong. What an accomplishment.
Yeah, that's my age.
Yeah, mine too. What you know? Thanks again, Kirk. Always good to have you on. Bless you, my brother. You are so humble. That's why I said I had to play the Simplicity song. All right, so I hope Owen can set you up. Owen is on the road, but I'm sure he set me up on the Zoom. Are you having guests? You having guests at all? Okay, she's not hearing me. She's busy doing her thing. All right, so we're going to take a quick pause for the calls and come right back. We'll soon come, right? Soon come. Oh, I'm so happy we had a chance to talk to Kirk. Beautiful.
Presents the celebration of Roots FM 25 years in broadcasting. Join us on Thursday, May 25, 2023 at 1 Ma'o Drive, Kingston, 11 Jamaica. The celebration going to be awesome, featuring Gatio, Jabi, Nature Ellis, Mr. Bertus, Just Chris, Sensa T, India Celine, Black Her, Rasburger, Chaps, Anilian, Patrick Badu, Singer J, Danny English, Big Sip, and many more. Music by High Grade International. We're going to be broadcasting live from 2 p.m. up until 6 p.m. Sponsored by Tripoli Express, Mini Laundromat, On Time Taxi Service Limited, and Strings Variety Store. It's the big one. Roots FM, 25 years in broadcasting. May 25, 1 Mall Drive, Kingston, 11 Jamaica. See you.
Get the real inner city community news and be informed. You can do all that and more on City Beat, Monday to Friday at 12:40.